you go, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Ross. You're a little early today, aren't you?
Yeah, well, not much happening at the clinic, so I thought I'd take off early.
What do you have? Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me. I know. One of those watered-down drinks like you had the other night with the Amber, huh?
Yeah, very fun, Ernie. Let me get a beer from you, huh?
Sure thing.
Excuse me.
I'll be right with you. Now, what can I get for you, pretty lady?
Yes, I'm looking for 2 men.
2?
Yes, I'm looking for 2 men. I wondered if you've seen them.
Well, what do they look like?
One is a very distinguished gentleman in his early 40s. He has a European accent. The other is a large black man with tribal marks on his cheeks. Have you seen either one?
Well, can't say as I have. How about you, Russ?
No, I just got here a few minutes ago myself. No, I haven't seen anybody like that, though.
Can I get you something, miss?
Yes, do you have an in-house phone?
Sure do.
May I use it, please?
Sure thing.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like to know if I've received any messages. Room 212.
I'll get it, Mrs. Lucas. Wonder who on earth this is.
We need to talk to you,
Sure,
Mr. Carpenter. You know Dave Phillips?
Yes, but what happened to you?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this exactly, but the Dar es Salaam Bible's been stolen.
What?
You even know about the AMA award, then?
Well, of course. Ben wouldn't keep something like that from me.
Oh, I should have known. So tell me, what's Ben's decision?
I don't think he's made up his mind. I think he's considering all his options.
Options? Does that mean he's been approached by other hospitals?
Well, I really don't know, Lester, but I do know that he isn't flattered by your offer in diagnostics.
Why not? It's a very good position.
Yes, it is, but did you have to be so obvious when you offered it to him?
Oh, I'd hoped it wouldn't appear that way.
Well, it did.
Well, it's still legitimate. Philip Westmore is looking for a new staff member. And when I suggested Ben, he was very enthusiastic.
Don't tell me you weren't motivated by the $25,000 grant from the AMA or the prestige it will bring Kingsley General.
I would not have offered the position to Ben if I didn't think he was qualified. Contrary to what some people think, I am interested in the welfare of our patients. If I didn't think that Ben could offer them the kind of care they deserve, I would not have made the offer.
Well, you have to admit, Lester, it seems you want Ben back because of the prestige and the money that award's going to bring.
All I can say is that having Ben back on staff here would be a big plus because of his dedication and sincerity.
But can't you see how this looks to him? When you talk about dedication, well, what about his dedication at the scene of Nancy's accident? Or his dedication when she was brought into emergency?
The diagnostic position has nothing whatsoever to do with Ben's skill as a surgeon or lack of it. If you're asking me what I would do in spite of the AMA honors, I have to tell you I would do the same thing.
Then I don't see why you should expect any financial benefit. Because you didn't support Ben's actions the night of the accident, and you still don't.
In spite of what happened that night, I have always had the highest regard for Ben. I feel that he can have a rewarding career in diagnostic medicine. It's that simple.
Well, Lester, I don't know what I can say or do one way or another that's going to affect Ben's decision. He's his own man.
How well I know. But you will talk to him?
I'll tell him what you said.
Fine. That's really all I ask. I'm sure that after you've talked to him, he'll see things clearly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lester. Your secretary wasn't at her desk.
Well, that's quite all right. We were just about finished. Thank you, Terry.
Terry Davidson. Aren't you related to Ben Martin?
Yes, he's my son-in-law.
Well, I'm glad I ran into you.
Terry, would you excuse us,
I'd
please?
like to introduce myself. My name is Frank McAuliffe.
Ben's told me about you. I'm glad to meet you.
My pleasure. Lester, I think the three of us should have a little talk together about your treatment of Dr. Martin.
Yes? Are you sure? Okay, thank you.
I don't know who those guys are, but they're not very smart if they stood you up. The two gentlemen you're waiting for, they friends or just business?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just trying very hard to make some
Well, you
conversation.
needn't.
Russ, get you another one of those?
Yeah, please, that'd be nice. And I'd like to buy one for the lady, too.
What do you have?
I do not accept drinks from men I don't know. I will have a club soda with a twist of lime, and Bill's at room 212.
Gotcha. Go ahead. Give it a shot.
I hope I wasn't out of line. I was just trying to be friendly. My name is Russ. Russ Weaver. Now that you know my name, maybe I can buy that drink for you now.
Here you go.
Well, I tried.
This is yours, Russ.
Thank you, Ernie.
And this one is for you, Princess.
What did you call me?
Princess? Hey, don't get mad. It's a compliment. Every pretty girl that comes into this place is a princess to me.
Oh.
I take it you don't like compliments.
I don't think that is any of your business.
But I thought it was cold outside. Look, I really don't mean to bother you. It's just that you're a very beautiful woman. And you look like you're troubled, and I thought I might try to help out, that's all.
It isn't necessary.
You going so soon?
Yes, I have people to find.
Well, maybe some other time.
No,
huh?
I think not.
Well, looks like you struck out.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not.
You think she left that there on purpose?
Well, I don't know, Ernie. I intend to find out.
The Bible was stolen. How? When?
It was early this afternoon.
At the museum.
No, at the Chesterfield Clinic.
The Chesterfield Clinic. What was a valuable item like that doing in such a neighborhood?
Well,
I asked Jeremy to bring it to the clinic so I could take a look at it. You see, I had the Bible taken right to the museum from Kate's safety deposit vault.
I know all about that. What I don't understand is why it left the museum.
Because Dr. Phillips asked for it. He wanted to look through it before the auction. You know, it is his Bible, Mr. Carpenter.
Well, I certainly hope you had a good chance to look at it.
That kind of talk, Mr. Carpenter, isn't going to help anything.
Well, I wish somebody would tell me what happened.
Well, while I was showing the Bible to Dr. Phillips, one of the patients pulled out a gun and he demanded the book.
One of the patients. And to think that my grandson lives in that environment.
Mr. Carpenter, this kind of thing doesn't happen every day.
It didn't have to happen at all. You know, Jeremy, I'm very disappointed in you. You knew exactly how important this item was to the auction. Now, what about the police? Did you see the one who took this?
Well, actually, there were two of them. One was already there by the time I got to the clinic, and the second one came in after the first one pulled his gun. Now, I doubt very seriously if these were patients. Somehow it seemed that they both knew that the Bible was there.
Well, perhaps they came into the clinic to steal drugs, saw the Bible, and decided to take
No,
that.
I don't think so. The second guy said the Bible's worth a lot more than we thought it was. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, what did the police say?
Well, they said they would check it out.
And were you able to give them a description of both men?
Yes, we were, but so far there's no record.
Well, I still say it was very, very foolish to ever let that very important item out of the museum.
Mr. Carpenter, if anybody should be upset about this, it should be me. The money from the sale of that Bible was to go to the clinic.
I know that, but it was also to be the featured item in our auction. I suppose it's possible to get some decent press out of it still, get some good publicity for the auction. Now what?
I'll get that, Uncle Charles.
Thank you, Courtney.
Miriam.
Hi, Courtney. Hi. Hope I came by at a good time. Hi. Oh, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Am I, Daddy?
Well, you're going to hear about it soon enough, so I might just as well tell you the Dar es Salaam Bible was stolen.
Isn't that the Bible you're going to auction off for the clinic?
Yes.
Oh, no. What happened?
I just as soon not go into any more details on this, if you don't mind.
Jeremy, are you all right? Were you hurt or something?
Yes, Jeremy did everything he could to stop the two men, but one of them hit him with his gun.
But are you all right?
Thank you, I'm okay.
Well, the whole point is that the Dar es Salaam Bible has been stolen, and we probably won't ever see it again. I hope you two will excuse me.
I think we'd better go, too.
Well, listen, before you go, can we get you anything? Some coffee or tea?
No, thanks, Miriam.
Thank you. Maybe some other time.
Yeah, another time, maybe. If there's anything I could do to help, let me know, please.
Sure.
Bye, Miriam.
Bye. Well, this certainly has been some day. I didn't even get a chance to tell my father the good news. Courtney, are you all right?
No, Miriam, I'm not all right.
Why? What's wrong? What is it?
Well, on top of all of this, I saw Peter today. I told him I still love him.
Then you don't know if Ben will return to Kingsley General Hospital or not.
Quite frankly, I don't. But I do know that he's considering everything very carefully.
Well, as well he should. You know, you have a very fine son-in-law, Terry.
Well, thank you. I think so. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Certainly.
I'll stay in touch on the ICU workshop.
Fine.
It's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
You know, I'm very pleased with your staff, Lester. But I'm a little surprised that you have such little regard for them.
Well, now, if you're making that statement based on my treatment of Ben Martin, you're making a false assumption.
Am I?
You know, you and the AMA staff think that Ben performed a miraculous piece of surgery, and I agree. But that surgery was performed by a surgeon who had only 80% use of his right hand. Now, supposing it had not been successful, Nancy Lawson would have lost the use of her voice at best, and possibly her life. Now, I made some very difficult decisions. Decisions that I would make again given the same set of circumstances.
Well, as hospital administrator, you have the right to make those decisions.
No, thank you for that.
Lester, my investigation has nothing to do with right versus wrong, although I think that you and Ben Martin both believe that it does. Under very difficult conditions, Ben Martin performed surgery, nothing short of miraculous, and saved a woman's life, as well as her voice. We believe his achievement warrants merit.
I'm not taking issue with that.
But you want the grant that goes along with the award.
Well, what administrator wouldn't? Do you think I want that money because it'd make me look good? I want it because I believe we have the finest staff anywhere and the best facilities right on a par with any of them. That's what that money would go for, every penny of it, and that's why I want it. That's not up to me to decide. That's all in Ben Martin's hands right now, and I'll accept any decision he makes.
You told Peter that you still love him? How did all of this happen?
Well, I made the mistake of going to the huddle today.
Oh, and Peter was over there.
Yeah. I wanted to leave, but, well, his friend Gary came over, and then next thing I knew, Peter was standing next to me.
Ah, I see. That must have been rather difficult.
I wanted to lie to him. I really did. I just couldn't.
So how did you leave it?
I told Peter that I'd made a decision, and my feelings didn't matter. He had no place in my future.
Courtney, you don't really believe that. I know
Miriam,
you don't.
I've had a lot of time to do some thinking, and there's just no way that Peter and I can be together. For my mother's sake, and for my father's, I belong with Vaughn.
Courtney, now listen, I don't want to hear any
Miriam,
more about this.
I've thought this all through. Now, I know you're not going to like this, but I've made a decision. I'm going to marry Vaughn even sooner than he thinks. And I'm going to have a baby.
Are you
No, I'm not pregnant. I just want to have a baby as soon as I marry Vaughn.
You mean you really believe that having a baby will make a marriage work? A marriage that you don't even want?
Miriam, it's worked for other couples. Why can't it work for me? I want kids. I've always wanted kids. I guess it's because I'm an only child. As for Vaughn, I can learn to love him. Miriam, I want to work at making a family.
I wish I could tell you I think what you're doing is right, but I can't.
Miriam, it's the only way.
Okay, just listen to me. I think you should think over your decisions before you act on them. And just for the moment, don't say anything to Vaughn about wedding dates or children or anything, please. Not yet. Just give yourself this chance to think things through.
I have thought things through.
Courtney, then what about Peter?
I have no future with him. I can forget about him.
You say that, but I know you don't believe it. Listen, a family is based on the love between a husband and a wife, and it's out of that love that a love for children grows. Courtney, believe me, I know. That's the only way it can work.
That's when I left Lester's office.
Well, I wish I could have been there.
Ben?
I know I shouldn't enjoy it, but I really do. Lester's getting everything he deserves.
Well, he doesn't think so.
And you?
I want whatever is best for you. Well, can you give me some clues?
I really wish I could, but I honestly can't. I don't know what I want anymore, Terry. I've got this gnawing inside of me, like some kind of spiritual disharmony, and I just can't seem to put my finger on it.
Have you talked to Lori about it?
She thinks it'd be great if I forgive Lester and go back to the hospital. But I think going back to Kingsley General wouldn't make me happy. You know, it's almost as if this ordeal with Nancy brought something to the surface. More and more, I'm beginning to realize she's the symptom, not the cause of my unrest. Especially now with everything resolved, I don't know what'll make me happy, Terry. I really don't. But I do know going back to Kingsley General is not the answer.
Hi.
Well, ma'am, I didn't think you'd still be here.
Yeah, I was just finishing up a little talk with Courtney, and I didn't want to leave without sharing with you my good news.
Good news? What good news?
I got the job at Modeling Associates.
Oh, Mim, that's marvelous. I'm proud of you.
Well, I'm excited about it, and I'm going to start next week.
See, I told you you could do that.
Thank you. I wish everyone else I knew was sharing along with my joy.
Well, if you mean Jeremy Lancelot and Dr. Phillips, don't worry about them.
No, actually, I was thinking more of Courtney.
Courtney?
Well, I'm not sure she would want me to discuss it with you.
Well, why not? Now, wait a minute, Mim. After all, Preston has put her in my care, and if there's anything wrong, I think I'm entitled to know about it.
Well, actually, she's planning on marrying Vaughn soon. Right away, and starting a family immediately.
And what did you say to that?
Well, I told her I think she should think this thing through before making a decision.
Oh, you don't think she should marry Vaughn now, even though she wants to?
Well, I don't think she's thinking clearly right now at all.
It strikes me, Mim, that she's quite capable of making up her own mind, and I think she's a very level-headed person.
Now, Daddy, not when it comes to making a decision of the heart like this.
Well, perhaps.
Promise me.
Promise you what, Mim?
Promise me you won't tell Courtney about this.
Why would I do a silly thing like that?
Because Uncle Preston wants Courtney to marry Vaughn Sumner, that's why.
Well...
Daddy, just promise me.
All right, I promise you. I give you my word.
Does this mean you're going to spend more time at the clinic?
No, it doesn't. For the time being, I'm just going to enjoy the AMA award. I like being recognized. Do you know what this award makes me feel like, Terry? Like a winner. And it's funny because I've never really liked people who live to be number one. But it feels kind of nice to be on top for a change.
See you later.
So, did you get a chance to talk with Miriam?
I certainly did. I'm so very happy for her.
Yes, so am I.
You know, I'm proud of Mim, Courtney, just as I'm sure Preston's proud of you. Looking back, I see now just what she meant to me.
Really?
You know, I don't think most couples realize what a child means to them. Helen and I were having, well, one or two serious problems before Mim came along, and she absolutely just changed everything.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. Brought us closer together, for one thing. Made me realize just how important families really are. You know, so many marriages could be saved if the couple would take on a common responsibility other than each other. And a child can certainly do that.
I think you're right, Uncle Charles.
Oh, I know I'm right.